Greetings and salutations, and welcome back to our Let's Play of EU4 with RedBstrd as Kongo. Where we last left our nation, we were prepping for war with air. I think we're going to get a second claim here and pull this guy back and see if we can declare war on air next. Okay, shared interests. The first time Nyako watched Aris kill the first sparring with his soldiers in training, she was impressed. It's not every noble man that would enjoy the manual labor of actually learning how to wield a weapon of his own. But High Chief, our guy, the first, is not any man, she thought before approaching her husband to compliment his skills. She even mustered the courage to ask his opinion on the current military situation of the tribal kingdom. Intrigued by this mutual interest in the military aspects of Kongo, the High Chief has gained a lot of new ideas for his army. So we'll either get one military, which would bring us up to a 2, 3, 4, or 100 military points. We got the 100 military points. And that's handy because I think our next idea is going to be a military one. We don't get our next idea until level 10 still. Okay, this is pretty close to the first of the month. I'm going to go ahead and end attack, move these guys in, move in here. And back to here, I'm going to mark this for Cannon Borno to take. Probably hide out over here, and we can't do too much about that until we capture their fort. But now we've got manpower again, so I don't really mind sieging. We're going to give everything to Cannon Borno. I don't want to core it myself. Wish they wouldn't have an alliance with Morocco. Let's see how this works. What if we asked you to break your alliance with Timbuktu? Not a chance. What if we threaten to invade them? Also not going to happen. Let's mark them as a nation of special interest, and if they go to war, same with Tunis. If there's a war that breaks out between Portugal and them, we want to know about it. Keep an eye on all sorts of people over here. Austria, getting wrecked. Ottomans, Milan. Let's keep an eye on Ottomans, Ethiopia, Mamluks. Should keep an eye on Kilwa and Sakalava. Let's go ahead and get some more spy power here. If we can get another claim, that would be ideal. And things like look like they're going to go right for us at the moment. We're going to hand that off. Yeah, Yao predictably invaded them. Now, one thing that we could do is we could vassalize them and wage a defensive war against Yao, feed all their stuff back, and feed this back to air. And I actually can't think of very many good reasons not to do that, because we would be replacing one subject with another. Air doesn't like us too much, so that would be one good reason. But it's pretty funny to do this, so that counts for a lot. Let's try to get these guys home. And break off 3 of them, and see if we've gotten any more range. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so let's get troops along this border. I'd much rather have a vassal that I can annex than an ally that's also allied to other people. Actually get this guy down here. Make one large army and we can split it up in a minute. Okay, let's pull this guy back. Better end this war quickly. Okay, heir. Going to become our vassal. You have to give up your claims in our country. Now we're in a defensive war. We can call him Killua, but we're not going to. Let's go ahead and get these guys down here. These guys will make their way over there. And our subject here, heir, has some debt. We just took money from them, so we'll just give it right back. Let's go over there. Up here. Okay. Yeah. Alright, heir, why don't you occupy this and that. I don't want to lose money right now. Just Messina's over. We'll deal with them in a minute. All of our troops are preoccupied though. And Borno wants that, that's fine. Oh, it's their core, yeah. Oh, this is Kinaborno core, so we're going to give that to them. We could choose who we want it to, but I'm going to give it to the more loyal of the two. Why didn't you take this for yourself? It's your core. That's so weird. Oh, because it's Kinaborno, not heir. Okay, that makes more sense. Our rival of our rival, yeah, we'll Tedmecca. It's up here. We're going to protect against Spain. Got 59, we can make 2 more. We get up to 61, we need to get up to 62, but we'll see what kind of shape we're in after this. Let's make sure that we're improving relations. Let's get a royal marriage. No company. We gotta send them the money. I didn't want our colony here to reduce in size. Okay, we could we could upset our merchant guilds. I'd rather upset our clergy and make them lose influence and then give them a little bit of cash. Again, we're being set back on money though, when we need to be making more money. Okay, let's get this admin tech up. So we're not giving up a siege for that. You're foolishly going to lose your army. That's on you. Okay, we need another general, so let's just hire this guy. And hand this over to Cannon Bornu. These should both surrender to us pretty quickly. Let's actually get these guys over to here. We want one up there, the other one there. These guys can move over here. Oh, sorry, yeah. Shouldn't have attacked our vassal. I was just unnecessarily aggressive. And you should have expected a violent response. Okay, so what we want out of this is, of course, our money. And we want to feed our subjects. So we have to leave them with something. We'll leave them with just that. Okay, all of our subjects will be happy with this. And we need to wait 4 more years before we can invade them. To build up a spy network. We no longer need this one though. Pull that back. Our truce with Messina is over. As soon as our troops are in position, we will invade. Medri Bari is invading. Wow. We know that you've made mistakes with your life as Mamluks. Okay, we're waiting just for this. Yeah, we'll get this royal marriage renewed one more time. But after that, I think we're going to break that alliance and invade them. Actually, I don't think we need all of these armies over there. I'm gonna go for Segu. Yeah, this army can move over here. Funge is also invading Mamluks. Okay, and who's this? This is Cano. This is Messina, so it'll help us capture this province a little more quickly. And hopefully they've saved up some money for us. Our military tech. So now we're at 13, and our cannons are going to get better. We're going for large gas cannons for that offensive fire. And I'm going to improve relations with our subject here, because I'd like to integrate them in soon. Okay, we can get a diplomatic insult on Timbuktu, or we can make Kano and Timbuktu like us more. So we'll do that. Not that's really going to help. Payroll marriage with Yao ended. Go ahead and break off some of these relations with them then. And Spain lost some troops, so we fulfilled that mission without really trying. Our tech is slowly improving, particularly our military tech. We're at 13, so we're just a little bit behind the major European powers. Except for France, we're substantially behind them, 2 levels. We can actually see Austria now. We're not going to convert to Islam. And there could be some upsides for doing so, but it's not for us. And we no longer need this spy power there. And we shouldn't be overextended at all. We're just going to take their money and all their territory, which will upset even Morocco. But Yao can't join a coalition against us. Cano can't. Messina won't exist. So I think we're fine. Okay, this is going to give us a lot of prestige. So I think we will. We'll placate these rulers. And we're going to pay off heir's debt. It's just a little bit of debt. Turn Cape Coast into a city, sounds good. For those 3. And we are going to just increase the autonomy so we don't have to deal with them. I don't think their trade goods are very good anyway. Fairly high development though. Yeah, let's get one of these armies over here. Sina, actually. Army reform. Let's go for the land maintenance modifier. And we're almost done here. So now we can embrace this. Let's do it immediately. Okay, France, how are you doing in this war? If you're winning... You're losing a little bit. What's the war over? Spain's going to take back Corona. Now we could ally France, mark this as a province of special interest, and intervene on the war. It would give us a Spanish ally. Yeah, we're doing it. Another rival's Portugal. Do we really want this one? I don't think we're going to go for that yet. Okay, can we reach here? We cannot reach there. Yes, we will accept. And we're going to close off this coast here. Okay, since we finished, well, let's just send this army over with our general. Set our trade ships to go home at times of war, because they're outdated. It's a small fleet, they could easily get crushed. Our inflation isn't that bad any longer. We're improving relations here. Our relations here are good. I don't think either of these guys have any debt. Let's just check our estates. And last thing I want to do is check our time. 20 minutes in. Okay. You have -8 war score, which isn't ideal. The whole point of this is to get that alliance. Yeah, get the Wargle back, France. No, get the Wargle. Okay, we can ask somebody for something. Cannon Borno. Let's get the prestige. I guess we're getting the +1, that's all we can afford. And let's go ahead and issue an embargo against Portugal while we can. Our other rivals are Spain and England. And France lost that fight. Hopefully they'll try dropping off a small number of troops by us and we can kill them. I mean, they're blockading, but... Ugh, Bohemia was knocked out of the war. That's definitely a setback for France, and Ottomans have announced us as a rival. Well, we're gonna have to fight them at some point. But I was hoping it wouldn't turn into rivalries this early. Okay, let's get this claim. Portugal are no longer considered a great power. The world has decided not to entertain Portugal's claim for greatness. Yeah, that's principled. France's enthusiasm is low. Hopefully the papacy will be knocked out of this, and France will take back their fort and the war goal. They had prime opportunity to get the war goal back. Yeah, it's really bad for France. Okay, 50 Diplo or 500. I'm gonna go for the 555 ducats. And that would even let us get this guy. Great Britain declared war on Spain. Good. And our war ended. The White Peace. And Cat has some commentary of some sort on the matter. Okay, so yeah, wouldn't. Obviously, we need a CB. But Morocco would. Okay, let's start. Well, this would give us a CB immediately. And what is Morocco using here? What are they working with? 37,000 troops. That is a substantial army. Let's take a look at it. Ivory Coast is the third wealthiest trade node right now. It's got a lot, to compete with Sevilla. And until we get some of this stuff stated, get the autonomy lower, that's not really feasible. Okay, do you have any forts? Well, they said Yao wouldn't protect you, would they? No, they wouldn't. So we don't need to send troops east. Yeah, I think we can take them. Let's actually head up here. One thing working against us is we don't have many cannons yet. And Morocco might. Yeah, 12,000 cannons. But as long as we could control everything south of this fort. Ooh, there's a fort we could potentially snatch up there. Let's wait for the first of next month. And we're going to declare it. Okay, here we go. This guy's going north. Oh, we can't pass this fort. And they're going to split it in half several times there. I actually want to get this cannon and put it up there on our fort that we're attacking. Okay, hopefully we'll stack wipe them here. No, not quite. It's got maneuver 5. Okay, let's start building up spy power here. And now France is colonizing along the coast. Okay, these guys don't need to stay home times of peace or times of war any longer. And let's go ahead and get this cannon over there as well. This guy, and these guys will go over there. Everyone else start making their way up here. Protect against any sort of Moroccan counteroffensive that might be coming. Okay, I guess we're going to stop moving over here. And you stay in place. Okay, everyone over here. Let's see how good their troops are. Probably good enough, especially when they have numbers like that. Trying to keep the fight going until these guys get up there just so that we don't get stack wiped. And now we're all retreating. Okay, did we eclipse Portugal? We did. Good for us. So we'll take Ottomans. Oh, we lost the war, so I'm not sure what the terms were. Yeah, I'm not sure what those peace terms were. Okay, we finished here, so I'm going to send these guys up north. Yeah, they've got a lot of cannons, and they've got a good general. Everyone work together over here. Get up there by that other army, because they're probably coming for us. Nope. I think time is on our side. If we can capture this fort, we'll eventually eliminate them. Okay, let's send this one guy over there. And hopefully we can switch around these generals. Okay, the guy with siege is there. Good. I'll put the guy with high maneuver up here, so we'll get more troops back. Yeah, hopefully they'll split up. And let's keep an eye on our time. We are 30 minutes in, so I'm going to stop there.